Hi, it's Callie from the Bill and Callie Show, and we are here at the Veterinary Orthopedic Center in Highland, Indiana for their grand opening and ribbon cutting. And with me right now is Bernie ZEMEN, who is a member of the Highland Town Board and also of the Redevelopment Commission. And Bernie, tell us a little bit about how excited we are here in Highland to have a place like this.
Oh, I just can't even put it into words. When it first started like 3 years ago, we were so excited about it. And I can remember the meetings we had at Lincoln Center with the residents coming in to talk about it. Some were for, some were against. And there were towns in the nearby area that said, hey, if something goes wrong with this project with you guys, we want it. Yes. Yes. So, the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, I mean, when you have a sick cat or dog, and it's not, a local veterinarian type thing that they do, what do they tell you to do? They tell you to go down to Lafayette, take them down to Purdue. So now you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now we've got something right here, and I just went on their website not too long ago, and I read all these things of Dr. Claude GENDREAU over here, and this man is amazing. I mean, this guy's got a bio that's a mile long, what he's accomplished. This guy invented operating tools that are used in some of the procedures that are done. I mean, he's got patents on these things. This guy is amazing. I mean, if anything happens to any of I've got 5 cats and a dog, and if anything happens to one of them, I mean, this is the first place I'm going to come to bring him.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is just amazing. And this whole project here is just working out so well. I mean, core engineering has just done such a wonderful job. I took a walk around here, and he's built everything over here is top class.
And when it's all done, there's going to be even more excitement going on in this center.
Yes, phase 1 is done. They're going to start phase 2 now, a couple more buildings similar to these here. And then, down the road, they're still talking about the boutique hotel. And I had the opportunity to visit Doctor's Hotel out in Homewood, and he gave me a tour of that, and that was amazing.
We're going to have to go out there and
yes.
scope it out and get an idea of what's coming.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming. All righty.
We're here now with Dr. GENDREAU, who is the head of the Veterinary Orthopedic Center here in Highland now. And tell us why you chose Highland and this location for putting this beautiful building in.
Well, there's no such service in this area within 50-mile radius, really, or even beyond 50-mile radius of this area. There's no such service specialized as this center. As a matter of fact, there's very, very few centers dedicated to orthopedic surgery. Most of the clinics for the referral centers offer medicine, internal medicine, neurology, surgery, emergencies, cardiology, and all those specialties. This one here is dedicated just to orthopedic surgery, nothing else. So it's really a new model in the country. I'm not sure, I don't know of any others, but it's possible there are some similar ones. But this is really a new model of veterinary service.
And tell us about some of the other things that are going to be added to this beautiful center here. You've got 2 other buildings I see being worked on right now.
We're planning, it's called Cardinal Campus, and this is the campus that's going to be dedicated to healthcare. So most of the buildings are going to be occupied by doctors, dentists, surgeons. Right now, the ground floor of one of the buildings, the second building, has been sold to a group of orthopedic surgeons. And 2/3 of the ground floor of the third building was sold to a group of the urologists. And
so
we have some vein specialists and dentists that are interested in space. So it's going to be a medical campus as far as we can tell. That's the plan right now.
Beautiful. That's very exciting for Highland to have something of this complexity and this beauty right here in our own backyard.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I think there's specifically for my services, there's nothing like this from a long distance from here.
Well, as a pet owner, we appreciate it.
Thanks for saying that.
You. And I hear that you have a resume about a mile long, and that you've actually even invented some instruments and things like that that are used for medical practices with animals?
Some implants to repair fractures. I mean, I designed a system 27 years ago, I designed a system that would complement, that was more specific for small animals. What we're using at that time was mostly used for human orthopedic surgery, and it didn't apply very well to dogs and cats. So I spent a couple of years designing a system that would be just specific for small animals. And so we have some hips prosthesis and some other implants that are still proprietary, but it's a whole system that's been was revolutionary at that time, and so.
And then we've also heard that there may be a boutique hotel going in. Is there any truth to that?
Eventually. We've been approved. It's a planned unit development that was approved by the town of Highland, and it's on 9 acres, and we have 7 buildings have been approved, and the 8th building was a small hotel. So all this is approved. We're going to build them as the demand grows. So, but yes, there's a hotel in the plan, and I think that'd be a fun thing to do. I really look forward to it. I already own one in Homewood, and I enjoy that part of the business world. So.
Well, we're very excited about all of this, and thank you so much for considering Highland and putting it here and making this your business home.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
so welcoming. I'm glad to be here.
Great, thank you.
I thought about the words that I wanted to say today. I thought of the apocryphal tale of Sir Christopher Wren, who was a 17th, 18th century architect. Although, like Dr. GENDREAU, he was really a Renaissance man. Part of his day job was to do anatomy, and he also did research, and he was an astronomer, and he happened to be a remarkable architect as well. He also designed and caused to be built St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The apocryphal tale about him is told that during the course of the construction, he decided to see how the progress was going. So, knowing that he'd get there unrecognized because media then wasn't like media is today, he decided to go to the construction site. He encounters the first person who's working there, and he says, "So, what are you doing, sir?" And the man complains to him, "I am moving all these boulders that are eventually going to be carved into bricks for this building, and I'm tired." Christopher Wren notes it. He moves on a little bit, sees a second person working, and he thinks, well, maybe he'll see what this man's position is or point of view is about it. The man says, when he's asked by Sir Christopher Wren, "So, what are you doing, sir?" And he says, "Well, I'm working for 5 shillings and 2 pence a day, and I hope I get every dime of it," or excuse me, every shilling of it. He's taken aback by that. He was a little disheartened by that encounter. He didn't think the people were perceiving the greatness of this, because at that time, not only was this building going to be great, it was also something that was going to celebrate God and worship. Finally, he goes to a very inconspicuous young fellow, doing very menial jobs, nothing standing out, none of the skilled trades that were doing the work that he had spoken to before. He says, "Hello, young man. I'm just interested in what you're doing here." The young man pauses, considers the question, and says, "Well, sir, I'm helping Sir Christopher Wren build this beautiful cathedral." That young man, who was doing the most menial of tasks, had a vision for what was going to happen. And that story to me is an allegory of what happened here. Dr. GENDREAU is certainly Sir Christopher Wren in that tale. But I like to think that Highland and the modest things that we did were like that young man. The real vision belonged to Dr. GENDREAU, but we got to be a part of that. And we're very proud of that. And we'll continue to be a part of it. And we want to see this vision realized. But I think that I speak for all the elected officials and all the other people here from Highland when we say, Dr. GENDREAU, we're just so grateful that we got to be a little part of helping you realize this big vision. And we hope that at some point, if you have any other dreams you want to realize, you'll realize them here in Highland and help us in our little small way, help you erect your St. Paul's Cathedral. Thank you all.
And here we go.
This is real?
This is
real.
1, 2, 3.